Hello, friends. Welcome to my channel. This is the Queen of Wands. Happy New Year, everybody. This reading is going to be for Taurus for the month of January 2021. I hope you guys had a fantastic New Year. All right. Well, fantastic. I had a good evening with my son, and yeah, I had my ex over for a couple of hours, and then yeah, and yeah, everybody here in the neighborhood was cheering up. They were saying, Happy New Year. And then some of them I could hear, they were saying, 2020, die, me die. Like somebody was talking about death, about the 2020. I'm like, oh my gosh. All right, so this is going to be a love reading about them and you. And let's just get the main message from the angels about this situation. Let's get this card. Home. All right, so home is where the heart is. And right now with this, festive modes, of course, right now we stay home, we relax, we enjoy the benefit of home and relaxing and centering your heart, right? Look at this, the trunk of the tree. Look, even here, we have it again, very earthy element. And talk about earth and nature. I mean, Taurus, aren't you on earth? This is you. This is like the Hermit, like the Queen of Pentacles, like lots of earth here. That's you. Be in contact with your body, is saying here. In touch with your body, center your heart, center your soul, ground yourself. It's important to also to detoxify yourself at this point. And why I'm saying this, because with all these festivities, we've been intoxicating ourselves with drinks and stuff, and it's time to start fresh, okay? A good cleansing here is very essential. Lots of fruits and vegetables and nutrition and, yeah, hydration is very important. I see this presence of a lot of green. Sorry if I'm talking about this stuff right now. We talk about love too, but self-love, right? It comes for, you got to be a bit... centered here, and I'm not talking about self-centered in a very egocentric way, but yeah, a sense of peacefulness and a purity. You see the angels wings here, that shows the sense of purity. And the main message here, okay, it's about that. The dark night of the soul, it could be that somebody, yeah, had some, maybe, too much drinking, and maybe it put them in a bad misery mood. Is saying that get out of that state and try to see more positively about the future. These are beautiful earthy cards here that and that's you, that identify you so well, Taurus, because you are an earthy element, so you are affiliated with nature. So let me see what other message we need to look in regards to the love situation. That is the main message. Home, maybe somebody that makes you feel like home, that makes you feel very in touch with yourself, very very organic, very authentic, very a person that allows you to reveal your beautiful colors just the way they are. That's how I feel here. Very, yeah, very earthy here. Yeah. Okay, so let's look a bit more in depth. What is this person thinking about you, Taurus? And then what is that you're thinking about them, and so on and so on. Okay, let's do this. Okay, they think about you. Well, they're actually thinking about you. I mean, we're talking what they're thinking. They're waiting, they're observing, they're watching. Look, from afar, from dawn to dusk. They're thinking that you have options, because there's two wands here, but he's holding one, but the one sits on its own. Maybe it could be that they have started something with you, but they want to reassure themselves that this is going somewhere. So they're just waiting and watching and observing. It feels like they either have your world is in their hands, and it's funny because you're not going to believe this. I tried to do this reading before and the world card popped up, but I wasn't concentrated, so I kind of stopped it. But the world card, and when I look at the globe here, it's like the world. They either think of the world of you, or you're their world, or it's like you're their main priority. This is how I see it, because they're watching a lot. They're observing your moves. There's a bit of stagnation here, maybe because just sitting here at home doing nothing now. It could be, that people that don't do much, so they're just watching, but they have the sense of longingness. A person who has longing for you and thinks about you, and yeah. So let me see what else. And what do you think? What are you thinking about this person? Okay, what are you thinking about this person? All right, let me get a card. You got the Four of Pentacles. Wow, which is you, Taurus. Well, you're watching and sitting and watching for them to make a move, and they're watching for you to make a move. You're just sitting at home and doing nothing, and you're like, why they do not? Why they don't talk to me? And here's like, well, what is she doing? So like everybody sits and watch and observes you. What are you gonna do? And you're like, why it always has to make the first move? So there's a bit of cautiousness here. Both cards scream the same thing. This guy's cautious, non-active, non-action. There's a longing, there's desire. Here the wands and the fire, right? But it just sits there, just juggles the ball here, like boom, but nothing. And you're the same. You're just sitting and observing here, because, but there is a sense of stability here. I don't see rash behavior. I don't see a restlessness. I see with this home in green here, I see you in a good place. I don't know, but I see you in a good place. I feel like wow, look, the world card on the top here. I was just talking about it before. This person sees you as their world. They might even see you as a person who they feel committed to. With the circle here, they mean like there's a sense of completion, and a person that is happy with themselves. And look, she got their eyes closed here. It's like she's dancing. She's feeling the music. She's dancing at home, and very in peace with themselves. They find you very beautiful, very earthy, but very worldly, actually. Well-traveled, well-known, well-rounded, sorry. Maybe with a lot of knowledge because of this expanded mind that you've gained some experience on your journey, whatever your journey is a person who has seen ups and downs. This was the outcome. So I see you as you two. That can go both ways. You either as committed to one another, but just right now it's a bit on a pause, or this means that you were somebody's waiting here for the right moment to offer you something. It can be even a proposal for some of you. If you have never been married, this also represents ring. You see that? I mean, for some of you, you never know. They're waiting for the right moment to celebrate. The world card, also the card of celebration. Rules also Saturn, but that shows commitment, bound to somebody, or not only boundaries or restriction, but it's like committed and bound to somebody for life, right? So this sense of waiting is for somebody it's like to get a sign, like, okay, come home now. Okay, it's time for you to come home. And you see, this ring here, it's saying it fits right there in my heart, in this trunk of trees, so it feels whole again. This is like a divine love. but somebody wants to surprise you. When the word comes up, means a surprise. It's accomplishment. It's it's my major arcana. So I see these two waiting for the right moment, something to. I don't see this as a stagnation, to be honest with you. Okay, how do they feel about you, Taurus? Oh my God, the Nine of Wands. They feel that it's like it's worth the journey. It's worth the fight. It's worth the challenges. It's worth it. Because that's a true test of love, right? Going through all these challenges and turbulences, but knowing that, you can overcome them because it has a purpose, it has a goal, and you're in this together. Yeah. And all these restrictions that are imposed, it has a purpose. It has a purpose to prove if this love is worth it. So they feel like this is a card of perseverance as well, determination, patience, until you make it. Wow. They feel like they put so much work and effort, and there's no point of giving up now because they feel like they're very close to something. What happened in the past with this person? Ooh, death. There was either a death in the family, like physical somebody, and that caused some major griefs, or it could be that a major arcana here. It could be that you and this person ended this, or one of you ended this. And I think there were some sort of regrets for ending it because even the person who ended suffered a lot. And if it was you who were, rejected, you felt like dying practically. You felt like this person really hurt you so bad that that was no point to even be alive. But this card is saying that that's not true. Your ego died, and all your fears and all, the old way of thinking died, and the new person was reborn. So in the past, with this lot of tests here, so it was a strong, it was a fiery fight here. Look at that. Like maybe they were fighting their feelings. That's what it is. They were ending it. They were fighting against the current. That's what it is. Somebody didn't want to recognize their feelings for you, I think, and so they were going against the current, and they forced the ending. I think they wanted to make a point to you to say they had their feelings in control, or their feelings that were not that strong, or they could have any woman they wanted, how they wanted, whenever they wanted. So they had that major ego, and they somehow, some way, they resisted to play the game, but it wasn't working, and their ego died, and they just disappeared because their ego was dying with them. So they couldn't pretend it anymore. They couldn't keep up with a facade and with a game. They just kept up with it just to prove you something. Like, they can do whatever they want with whoever they want. But then when you gave up on this person, they had nothing to play the game for. So their ego died. They realized they were being very immature in their behavior. But that's when their sense of maturity came to the surface after. That's when the new person was reborn. There was a lot of struggling, internal fighting of their ego. Oh yeah, and it couldn't be the same with you. Let me see. How did you felt towards this person, Taurus? Wow, the Ace of Pentacles. You felt a strong, felt a strong connection with this person. They were like mirroring back to you things that they were your mirror, your reflection. You felt like a child again. You felt young again around this person. You felt strong, even physical attraction, by the way. Looking at them, you felt strong connection, and it started as a physical attraction. It can't be just because of their body or something. There was something in their face, in their eyes. This is Pentacle. But you loved it, this person. And you see how they raised this pentacle up above their head? Like you saw them as their king or as their queen, whatever this person represented to you. Sorry, right here. You praise this person. The Page of Cups is about reflection and reflecting, but you realize that this person was also mirroring the good and the bad side of themselves. That was reflecting certain aspects of yourself, and you didn't know how to handle that, and that it kind of built a sense of insecurity within yourself. It forced you to look within yourself. Maybe it was part of you that you couldn't look within yourself when you looked at this person. Yeah. And vice versa. This person would look at you and they would fight their feelings. You see, there's a lot of earthy element here, but more calm, but a lot of internal struggle here and mental. Maybe you had something about you that they couldn't keep up with the facade. There was something here about faking it, but somebody couldn't fake it no more. That's what it was. So they would use other aspect to try to intimidate you, to make you feel about yourself. And I don't know why I keep saying, but about self-esteem, something about that you didn't like.